Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Diane and I hope you're all okay. So let's get to it. So today I'm going to be doing a collaboration with Claire's Crafty Corner for the Christmas in July collaboration. This is what I'll be making. I'm going to try and attempt to make a Christmas tree, which this is a gingerbread Christmas tree, but I made moulds from it. Upcoming video to come. So I'm going to try and make it out of this Eco Pour from Just For You Online UK. Never used the stuff before, so this is going to be a first. But so I can show you the moulds. There's 3 moulds that I made all together for this tree. So there's the base one, there's 2 larger sizes, then 2 more sizes up from that, then those 2 are the smallest sizes, and that one is the funny little star that goes on the top. So I'm going to see how we go with this. I'm going to start by mixing up some of this. So first of all we need scales. The jug might help as well. Right, there we go. So on the back it says, gosh, this is heavy for 3 kilos, it feels much heavier than that. Right, it says 100 mixing ratio is 100 to 35. So for 100 grams of powder you mix 35 grams of water, 300 grams of powder to 105 grams of water. So I'm going to mix up, I don't even know how much I need, so I'm just going to mix up, I think 600 grams of the powder and 210 grams of water. So we'll start with the water because it says to add it, add the powder to the water gradually and mix by hand or an electric mixer until smooth with no lumps or powder. So as it says to use, you can use a mixer. I'm going to attempt to use this thing and see if this works any better. Well, if it works for this. Right, so let's do the water first. So we need double 300 is 210 grams, I said, didn't I? Let's see if this jug's big enough. I don't think I've ever weighed liquid wheel water before. It was kind of strange. So what do I need? 210. Well, I think that'll be fine. Right, so what I'm going to do now is take that off there and pop that aside. Get a bigger jug because I really don't know how much. Get this bigger jug for the powder. Can you see inside there? That's the powder. Okay, so I'm going to mix up, measure up 600 grams of this now. There we go, 600 grams of that, the powder. So, right, on the back it says, like I said, add the powder to the water gradually and mix by hand or use an electric mixer until smooth and no lumps or powder. With no lumps or powder, sorry. What I'm going to try and do now is sieve, and this is going to be fun, sieve the powder into the liquid. Okay, right. Push all that stuff back around there. Oh dear. Right. No batteries I need. Okay, so I'm just going to do a bit of a whisk with this thing. Oh dear, I was hoping this would help my hands, the whisk thing, but never mind. Oh, it's really quite thick, this one. Unless that's just because I'm mixing it slow, like slow I'm supposed to. Pot life is 10 to 15 minutes at 23 degrees, and it's actually 23.5 degrees in my studio. So what I'm going to quickly do is move that aside, tidy up. I'm going to bring the moulds up and pop them. Put my Teflon sheet down so I can try and give them a jiggy wiggy, is it a jiggy wiggy or wibbly wobbly or whatever it is everybody says. It's not quite big enough, but never mind, that'll work. Right, so I tried to mix up my own pigment colour earlier by just mixing some Jesmonite colourant. I don't know what it's going to be like, but just mix some of the green, the blue and the yellow together and it came up with this colour. Oops, no idea what it's going to look like once it's in here, so, or if it even works. Let's see how we go. So let's start with, which one's the big one? Loads of bubbles in this, but it is what it is. Off camera, mix up some more. I probably won't need the 600 to do the next ones, so I'm going to mix up, I think, about 400, and hopefully that'll be enough, and the colour's going to be totally different, but I'm sure it'll look fine, she says. Okay, so I mixed up another 400 grams of the powder and 140 of the water. Mixed in the last bit of green I had. It's still really yucky green, but a bit too much in that one. Let's give it a bit of a shimmy. Shimmy, shimmy. Shimmy, shimmy that one. Can't shimmy this one so easy because it's not on the mat properly. That one's slightly overfilled. I'm going to use the last bit of this to fill up these a bit more. Not filling that because I want that to be filled up with resin and glitter, as it's the star for the top. So let's see if this will go in to top these ones up a bit. And overfilled again. Sorry if all you're seeing at the moment is the jug, but I'm trying to not make a mess everywhere. Just trying to incorporate this into it a little bit so that they kind of hold together. But I've never done this before, so if you see this video, it worked. Okay, I'm going to leave the last bits in the 2 jugs and let them dry up. And then I can just crack it out of the jugs, I hope. Let's give it another shimmy shimmy. And a bit of a tap on these ones. That's going to all spill over. So let's just get, I wonder if we can make a little Jesmonite, or not Jesmonite, Eco Ball Druzy Whale. Okay, right, this says demold after 60 to 90 minutes. So I'm going to leave them now and come back for the demold. It's quite, they seem to set up a bit like plaster of Paris does, or how I've seen plaster of Paris work. The liquid seems to rise to the top first. As you can see, if I do this quickly, you'll see it stopped the water. Obviously I'm not going to do too much because it obviously needs the water. So hopefully this ugly colour will be at the top and the nicer colour will be at the bottom. Okay, I'll see you soon. Okay, time to demold. So let's have a look at this quickly, see how a druzy that's quite funny. Kind of looks more like grass than druzy, but that's kind of cute. Anyway, there's that out the way. So let's have a look how these are gonna. Oh, they draw much nicer colour. There's one. Break off that. That gets these last three out and put those there. So that's that one, that's the biggest one, those two, and these are the two smallest. Obviously these three are slightly lighter colour because they were a different mixture, but that's fine. I think they'll look nice once they've dried properly and I'll start decorating. So I'm going to clean them up once they've dried off and get back to it when it's time to put them together. So I just thought of a quick little tip that I'd like to share with you all. I'm mixing up the epoxy, and some people struggle when they're trying to get the correct amounts in their cups by trying to get eye level. But I've worked out if you turn the cup, so if you're measuring fluid ounces, if you turn the cup backwards so that the fluid ounces, and you're looking through the back and you can see the line, if you get your resin up to that line, exactly on that line from looking at it directly this way, then you'll get perfect every time. You don't have to keep eyeing up level with it, it'll work every time. So I thought I'd let you know that, and I'll come back once I've finished mixing this up to do the star. Okay, so I mixed up 3 fluid ounces of resin. I think I've mixed up way too much, but I'm making sparkly stuff, so I'm sure I can find some use for it. So what I'm going to use to make this star is this glitter by Hemway. It's gold silver holographic. I'm not sure if you can. That's a really pretty colour. I thought it'd be nice for it. Got a nice gold star. But I'm also going to use some of this Hunky Dory Diamond Sparkles Super Size Soft Snow Drift. Now I've had this for years. I bought it when I used to make cards, when I was doing card making, but it's really small. Well, it's like flaky iridescent stuff. I thought that might look nice in there as well, so we'll have a couple of bits of each and see how that looks once it's all set up. So I'm gonna try and attempt to get that open. There we go. Oh, look at that. Super sparkly. Can't beat glitter, can you? Okay, as you can see, I've got tons of bubbles because from the previous video my thing ran out of the electric mixer, ran out of batteries, and I haven't found any more yet. So I'm going to put 1, 2, let's just go for it. 3 big heap scoops of glitter in there. Let's just pop that on the top a minute. Let's see what that looks like once it's all mixed in. That's a lot of glitter. Oh, that's nice. Look at that. Oh, that's pretty. That's that. Look at that. Oh, I wish the sparkle showed better on the camera. But it's so pretty in real life. Anyway, so let me just... I'll grab some of these. I'm going to try scooping them in with tweezers. They're very fly away. 1, 2, 3. Those, mix them in. Ooh, that makes it really thick. I'm not entirely sure if you even see those, to be fair, but I guess we'll find out. It's a good way to test all your different kinds of glitters and flakes and see if they work together or don't. Oh yeah, you can see them. Obviously you can see them on the top of the stick there, but if I do that, looks really nice. So, okay, I'm happy with that. We'll close these up. This sparkly spoon, look at that. Can get the impression I'm kind of obsessed with sparkly, glittery stuff. Okay, right. I'm going to give the mould a quick blast with some 99% alcohol. And then just get slightly forward. And we're just going to pour it straight in. I'm not going to overfill this one like I did with the not the Eco Pour, because I don't really want to be filing off those big chunky bits off the back. So I'm going to finish there where it's just level. Oh, this mould here, this part of the mould, look, if I show you that, it's quite thick and I don't want a big chunky bit like that, so I'm just going to leave it underneath that thing. We'll do that a bit of a shimmy shimmy. Taps. Oh, it looks really pretty from the back. Hopefully it looks as nice from the front once I demould. So I'm going to leave that for now. In answer to my own question earlier, this stuff does pop off really easily, so that's good once it's dry. But what I did just discover while I was testing on this little thing is a pair of wire snips will actually snip through where it's overhung. So if I just snip like this, it snips quite easy, because this is the bottom where you're not really going to see anyway. So if I just go all around the bottoms like this, and then I can give them a quick sand, which will be much easier and less to do for me. So I'm going to do that off camera, and I'll come back to you once all of these are done and they've dried really nice. I think some of this is probably, on the darker ones, is probably sweating due to leaving them in the moulds too long when I had to go out. But anyway, it's still fine. I'll be right back. So I finished doing all of those. Haven't taken them back completely flat because there's no need to. But what I'm going to do, I was looking around the studio thinking, what am I going to use to decorate it? Because I wanted to pipe some white stuff like snow on them. And then I looked up, look what I spotted. White glue sticks. So I grabbed my little glue gun, rechargeable, and I've taken out the clear one, so I've just got to run some of this through and then we'll give that a go. And I'm actually going to try gluing them together with this as well. So I'm going to get this heated up, get this pumped through. Once this is heated up and pumped through with the white, and we'll start decorating these. Okay, I've flushed out all of the clear there, and as you can see it's started to come out white, so let's have a try at this. I'll try doing just a circle in the middle first. It's not really going to matter what it looks like in the middle. Okay, so put that there. Let's try running it down like this. I don't mind if it's a bit wibbly, because snow doesn't form in perfect shapes now, does it? Oh, let's bring that down there a bit more. Unfortunately, with this being a rechargeable one, it's using the battery and then having to recharge itself again. So I might have to keep stopping and starting a lot of the video, but I will do my best. So what I'm going to do is try and fill in, not properly, because once it's all sort of filled in, I'm going to come back with my heat gun and melt it all again and try and combine it all together. Don't know if it's going to work, but we can try. And a lot of this isn't going to be seen anyway because it'll be under the next layer. It needs to heat up again. So I'm going to try this while this one's heating up. I'm going to try heating this and see if we can blend it together, kind of thing. And excuse the noise, I'll fast forward through this so it's not too noisy. Okay, so I'm gonna get some more on here. Oh, that's much better. Squeezing that much better now. Fill in some of the gaps. Right, what I had another idea of is using a few of these, heating this up a little bit again, and then sprinkling a few of these on. Give it that extra sparkly look for a Christmas tree. Right, so I'm going to heat this up quickly and sprinkle some of that on it. You need to be quick. Not that it's going to cool down quick because this is really warm. Or at least that's what I'm hoping. Right. Okay, well that kind of looks cool. I like that. Looks pretty. So what I'm going to do, so you don't have to keep watching the same old thing over and over again, because I'm going to do exactly the same with all of them until I get to the top one, which we need to do the star on. But I won't do that on camera, I'll do it off camera, and then I'll come back once it's time to start sticking them all together. Okay, so I've done most of them. I remembered I've got to do the top one differently because I need to set the star on top of it. I think I've burnt my glue gun out, so that's what's it. So I've had to do the last one by pulling the stick out and actually just heating it up with the thing. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish melting this and sticking it all to the top of here, and then we'll see what happens after that. Okay, so what I'm going to quickly do now is get some more of this on it. Oh, this one's super hot, so I'm just going to put my heat glove on. Ouch. 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 Right. Dump that on the top. Didn't mean to do that, but never mind. Okay. So, move these ones over. What I've been doing once they've been hot, I've been putting them on top of this silicone mat mould just to cool them down. So I'm going to let that cool down and I'll be back to demold the star and start assembling. Right, so what I'm going to do now is, now they've all cooled, I'm just going to wipe off any excess, or brush it off rather with the brush. I think that looks quite nice, doesn't it? Right, so now what we need to do, oh stop, right, is work out which ones are going where. So we shall layer them up. That looks nice there, and then we shall pop that one like so. Yep, I like that. So what we'll do is we'll take that one off there and that one off there a moment and get some glue heated up. I'm just going to bob that straight on top. Give it a press down. I don't know if this is going to stick because I've never tried gluing these kind of things together with hot glue. Might just need to cool down a bit more. Oh no, that's fine actually, it's worked. Okay, so I'm going to heat this one up. I'll whiz through this, I won't bother talking anymore, and I'll just whiz through all of these. Okay, so that's all of the gluing I need to do with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this to the side and allow that to cool down. Okay, so now we're going to demold this and let's see how this popped out. Oh, I love how these pop out. Oh wow, that came out really pretty. I like that, super sparkly. So I wonder if we can accent that maybe somehow. Okay, I don't know if this is going to work. It's a liquid chrome pen. It never really, this one never looks like it's chrome. Don't know why, but we'll give it a go. See if we can highlight this star on the top. Not star, the snowflake. Okay, so let's get just grab one of my micro brushes and a bit of 99% alcohol. Just clean around the edge there where I made a mess, because I can't help but slip with my hands sometimes. They don't like working, as I've previously said on some videos. but there we go, easily cleaned. So there we go, there's the star with the snowflake on. So what we need to do now is glue it onto the top. Now, I've been trying to think of how to do it, and I came up with the idea. It might work, it might not work, but we did these last night, and there's some shapes on here that might actually hold it up like a little easel on the top. I think this little one will should work fine. Let's have a look. Yeah, I think that'll work okay. So what I'm going to do is move those out the way again. Get some of my UV for bonding. Basically it's what they're selling as a glue, and it sets in 5 seconds, and it really is good. I fixed the top of my resin bottle the other day because it broke, and it worked a treat. So let's see if we can actually get this to work. We just hold that at an angle a minute to see what angle we need it at. So what I'm going to do, unscrew that, stick a blob there, put the lid on a second, and I'm going to hold this up on tweezers because it's not very flat, and get my light and hold that a minute. And we'll do a little bit underneath as well, and that hadn't allowed that to dry properly. Never mind, I'll start it again in a second. Okay, and there we have it. A little stand. Obviously it's not going to be perfect, but it's enough to hold that up. So what I need to do now is clean up this again, because like I say, it hadn't quite dried and I'm a fool and got it everywhere. So now I'm going to let that dry properly this time, and I'll come back to you when I've worked out how to put it and keep it on top of there. Okay, so I've decided I'm just going to let it sit on the top of the tree, like so, and then it can be packed away easier after Christmas. So I'm going to bring you down to have a look, and there we have it, little Christmas tree. This is a 20cm ruler, and it's put it up that way. It's about, I'd say about 18 centimetres high, including the star. So if we just spin it around all angles, everything came out too bad. Hopefully my grandson will like it Christmas time. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy all the other collaboration videos. I'll be going to watch them myself soon. Bye. Thanks for watching. Bye.